All right, we live. Let me make sure it's tweeted and shit. Let me make sure it's tweeted and shit.
You live?
Yeah, nigga. Put this goddamn shirt on, man. Hey, it's echoing like real bad.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think so.
We good now?
Yeah, we good now.
I'm doing this episode with my shirt off. Because I got it going on my phone. Hey, I'm tripping. I got it going on my computer. My phone tripping. Yeah, I'm doing this episode with my shirt off, y'all boys. We out here.
All right, we got 3 viewers, man. We'll wait a little bit. Let me check out.
I'm finna cook some popcorn chicken live on air. Tyson brand. Only the final.
This nigga a coon, man.
We out here, man. Are we waiting for people to get in here, or what are we doing?
Somebody, E. Harris said my boy Eric done freed the nip.
Yeah, man, we freeing the nip 2017. You feel me?
E. Harris also said, let's talk about rape culture. We're going to get into that, man. We're going to get into all that shit, man.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Somebody said that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I told them boys yesterday on my live stream we was going to talk about that today. It's coming, man. It's coming, man. We just waiting for the people to cha-cha slide in here. You feel me, man? So just give about a minute and 30 seconds. Niggas slide in here. You know what I'm saying? We'll be here. We'll be here, man. In the meantime, we cooking Tyson brand chicken. You know what I'm saying, man? Not an appetizer, but an anytizer. You know what an anytizer is? I mean, you can eat it anytime you feel like it. And it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm finna eat some anytizers. Let's get into it, man.
Hey, bro. Them shit's nasty, man. No ones taste good. And this may sound crazy, the Walmart brand ones.
Hey, man, shut your mouth.
Tastes better than Tyson. Mouth. It tastes better than Tyson, bro.
Real nigga eat Tyson brand chicken, man. I need all my GMOs, nigga. That way.
Man, niggas gonna have heart attacks out here, man.
Hey, nigga having a heart attack mid-podcast is fire.
Yeah, that's how you know the show's fire. Like, damn, this nigga died, man. This nigga had a goddamn heart attack.
Imagine a nigga die podcasting. You know how much a dedicated podcaster you gotta be to die podcasting? That's crazy, bro.
What's it called, die podcasting?
Who?
This about to sound problematic. What you call it?
Taxstone?
Nah, Combat Jack.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Taxstone didn't die, nigga.
Podcast.
He didn't die in the middle. I know we've been talking about Queens Flip a lot lately, but have you ever heard that Queens Flip episode of Combat Jack?
Nah, I haven't.
Bro, that shit's a classic, bro. First they started off like fighting, like this nigga ran up in Combat Jack's studio. And Combat Jack was like, "Who the fuck is this nigga?"
I'm from Queens, nigga. I'm pretty sure he said that.
Yeah, he did say that. He's like, "Nigga, I'm Queens Flip," and they just started wrestling. And this nigga Combat Jack that slammed this nigga Queens Flip on the couch.
Queens Flip is a nigga.
Yeah, man. I know I told you I seen that last episode where that nigga Queens Flip was beating the shit out that old nigga. What's his name? Shampoo?
Yeah, I ain't seen that episode.
Bro, he was beating the shit out that old man. I was like, man, leave that old nigga alone.
Hey, like, Master Flex just said, I'll never listen to Travis Scott. He copies A$AP Rocky. And Peter Rosenberg, he's a culture vulture. Hilarious. Don't them niggas work at the same station? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like them niggas beefing or something?
How you beefing in the same building, man? That's crazy.
That shit gotta be fake.
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like what's his name? I feel like DJ Funk Flex would never lie to us.
Man, Funk Flex a coon, bro. And I ain't got no reason why I think he a coon. I'm just gonna call him a coon, just to call him a coon.
Motherfucker, I get these scissors for this thing. But I guess we can start it up now. Talk about some stuff.
Bro, put a shirt on, man.
You want to see my nipple, nigga?
This nigga nip slipping, man. What's that shit? What's that hashtag? Free the nipples.
Hashtag shout out Leo Rush.
Hey man, you can't. Leo Rush, man. Hey, that nigga Leo Rush, he on that Fenty yesterday.
Did he drop his mixtape?
Nah, I don't know. I ain't hear that shit.
Real niggas need to hear that now.
The streets need that Leo Rush mixtape.
Yeah, real niggas. The streets is waiting for that Leo Rush.
The streets hungry for that nigga, man. What if I ain't gonna say what I got? I ain't gonna say what I'm about to say because I forgot we was live.
Yeah, you should said it, man. Go ahead. Shoot from
man. Nah, man. Hey, man. Shout out to that nigga Leo Rush.
Hey, man. Episode 335, a Random Master Podcast. My name's Devin Da Vinci, and we're back with another classic episode. Random Master Podcast.
That nigga Devin in jail, man.
Hey, man, Devin's a hoe.
I agree, man.
Oh, man, you know who Devin looked like? Devin looked like Darius from Atlanta.
Darius from Atlanta? You talking about Lakeith?
Yeah.
Stansfield?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
He looked just like it.
This nigga E. Harris the only person in the chat right now.
Shout out to E. Harris, man. All right, we got 7 people in here.
We just had like...
This is brutally, honestly, a possibly problematic podcast. We finna get into it, man.
Yeah, man. We just had 16 viewers. I don't know what the fuck. Sometimes YouTube be acting up.
We got 9 people in here. All right, man.
Going back up. All right, Eric. I'll let you set it up while I'm trying to text.
All right. So as I'm warming up my Anytizers popcorn chicken.
Wait, hold on, nigga. You put them shits in the microwave?
Yeah.
Why you don't oven them?
It's quicker.
But it don't taste as good.
Anyway, so what we're going to do today, because this nigga don't know how to cook the real food, we're finna cook up some podcast food. So I was texting him the other day, and I told him that he would have a very good episode if he was to talk about everything that's PC, or everything that's like people get PC about, everything that's considered a problematic subject. But if we're brutally honest about it, because usually when people talk about these subjects, they're like trying to pander to the Twitter community, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be very safe. I'm not gonna say that." But I said, if you be very honest about these subjects, I feel like niggas is gonna be like, "Damn, like this is a crazy episode," or some people might even get offended. But hey, man, who cares? So, yeah, I think this is gonna be a goodie.
All right, so first topic I'm gonna talk about it on like this week's episode of Random Master Podcast also, but I wanted to get it out on YouTube because I feel like we can get a better dialogue on here than iTunes because we got sponsors and shit. So YouTube is pretty much a free for all. So recently, as of yesterday, right? So Spotify announced that they are banning R. Kelly, I think it was XXXTentacion. That's how you say his name, right?
Sure.
All right, Triple X, and they're banning who else? It was somebody else. TK. Okay. They're banning their music because they have
and the dude from Sex Pistols, because he got a murder charge.
That's ridiculous. Sex Pistols?
Yeah.
First of all, I know what you're talking about. There was a dude in Sex Pistols. His name was Sid Vicious.
Yeah, Sid Vicious. Yeah, Sid Vicious.
And he killed his girlfriend Nancy because he was high on heroin.
Yeah.
That's fucked up to ban the whole Sex Pistols because he murdered somebody. And he's dead anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
What'd you say?
I said he's dead, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, hey man.
Like he killed himself during trial. So like, why should the whole Sex Pistols be punished because that nigga fucked up? And to randomly pick the Sex Pistols is crazy.
Yeah, that is really random. I guess they had to ban somebody white, you know.
So let's clear this up. So they didn't ban the people's music from Spotify. They banned it from Spotify sponsored playlists. Mm-hmm. So people did get a little offended. They was like saying, some people was like, this is a good idea. Some people were like, well, if you do this, you got to do it for more. I really don't think people should jump out the window yet because it's not like they said they're gonna take it, they're gonna completely ban it. They're just taking it off playlists. Like, who really cares? Do you listen to Spotify playlists?
No, but that's how a lot of people get big. Like a lot of like up and coming artists. Like Brockhampton, they got really big off of Spotify playlists.
But would you agree that R. Kelly, one of the guys that was banned off the playlist, he pretty much has done everything. He's pretty much done everything he could do in music.
Yeah, that's not going to affect him at all because everybody know R. Kelly.
It would affect somebody like TK though.
Yeah, it affect TK.
Or like, I guess XX also. I don't know. What you think about it?
I think that it's not right because it's very subjective. Because what somebody might think is hateful, somebody might think is justified or correct. I use the example, Louis Farrakhan is very not bipolar, but very, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically some people could look at his message as being hateful to white people, and somebody might take it as being uplifting for black people. So it's very subjective because they're not banning people that's convicted of any crimes. Some people are accused of crimes. Some people are not even accused of crimes that they're banning. But I think that if you're going to do it, you have to do it in an objective standpoint, in the sense of I'm going to ban this person because they are convicted of murder. Like, take it as convicted of murder, Or it's just very subjective, you know?
It's a slippery slope. Now, I can understand the Sex Pistols, even though I think that's kind of crazy, because without a shadow of doubt, he killed that woman. So he clearly did it. So I could kind of understand them, even though he wasn't convicted because he couldn't be convicted because he killed himself during trial. I can kind of sort of understand that, but here's the thing: you gotta like ban everybody. I mean, look at that list that Triple X he has sent. Hold on, my phone acting crazy.
You know how many people they're gonna have to ban? Like, you know how many racist country singers there are there?
Now that's crazy, banning people for being racist.
Shout out Johnny Rebel, man. That's the white guy that sings we all send them all back to Africa. We all send them all back to Africa. We all send them all back to Africa where they belong. Hey, we gotta ban that man too.
Funny story. This might be before your time. This is like back in the day with like Napster and shit. So like niggas used to have to download music on like Napster and like LimeWire and shit like that, BearShare and all that shit. So it used to be like people just spread around like they were like, man, Johnny Cash, man, that nigga racist. And they were like, man, Johnny Cash racist. They were like, man, type in Johnny Cash nigger song, and that song you just sang will pop up. And everybody thought that was Johnny Cash, but it wasn't Johnny Cash.
Now, Johnny Cash is the GOAT country singer.
Hey, man, he did Undertaker theme song, man.
Oh, you said that?
He did Undertaker theme song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not the one he used all the time, but you know the one who you'd be like, ain't no grave can hold my body down.
Okay. Well,
he did that. Yeah, that's Johnny Cash, man. So look at this list that Academics post that XXX emailed.
Yeah,
I don't know who Joe is. Joe, I guess he works at Spotify.
I know that nigga snitched though, right?
He low key snitched, and did he kind of low key? He low key snitch on himself also.
That nigga snitching, bro. So I mean, the fact that he does have a good point, it's just like, who are we gonna be? We're gonna be banning everybody, bro. It's like, there's so many people that's done so much bad stuff. Like, you have to ban all the soul singers and all them niggas, bro. We already had this conversation. If you was a 70s soul singer and you didn't do anything scumbaggy, you probably trash.
What? Hey, so David Ruffin beat women. We being completely honest here. So anybody that's listening, these are they facts or are they kind of like almost well known? What you think?
Marvin Gaye, what he did?
Pedophile.
He was a pedophile?
Yeah, he married his wife. What's her name? His last wife. He married her like he had two wives. He married Berry Gordy's sister. Then he married Janice, and he married her when she was like 16 years old.
How old was he?
He was like almost. Oh, he was like in his 30s almost. He was like close to 40. He married her. He married her when she was 16, but he was dating her. He met her when she was like 14.
Okay, that's wild.
That's the one that he used to let whatchamacallit smash her. From Frankie Beverly used to smash her.
So
but Frankie Beverly was her age though.
Oh, okay.
Because Marvin Gaye discovered them.
Okay.
Giving y'all some knowledge this afternoon.
Teddy Pendergrass used to dive headfirst in the tranny puss.
Come on, dog.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's wild. But that's not worth banning, though. That's his sexual preference.
Okay.
James Brown used to beat women.
Facts. Everybody used to beat women back then. I'm pretty sure Bobby Womack. If Bobby Womack, we said what?
Ray Charles beat women.
Hey, imagine
getting crazy because that nigga blind.
Hey, if Ray Charles beat you up, man, if Ray Charles beat your grandmama up, man, she probably deserved it, man.
Hey, how you think Ray Charles used to beat him? Like, he used to, like, sense where he was at, and then he used to, like, jump at him. And he used to, like, dive like a shark. Like, ah!
Hey, bitch, get in front of me. I can't see, but bitch, get in front of me. I can smell you. Like, that's crazy, man.
Bring your hand here.
That's crazy. So yeah, Ray Charles. I'm telling you, bro, all of the legendary. The only one that's really just squeaky clean is really Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that nigga ain't blind though. Let's look at the chat real quick before I read the list.
Prince
so we
clean.
Got who?
Prince pretty clean.
Prince does have some like shaky stuff, like allegations. What? Allegations like having sex slaves and whatnot.
I mean, but these are allegations.
It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy that like tampered his career. Like it was just like somebody said it, but like not James Brown. Damn, my brain not working. What's
everybody, bro? All of them niggas. Like I said, if Bobby Womack can't beat a bitch up before, I'm gonna be deadly surprised.
Rick James, he legit went to prison because he had a woman tied up and he was burning her with a cigarette.
That's some pimp shit right there.
Yeah, that was like crazy when that happened.
All of them. So yeah, like I said, bro, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to start. And all them rock legends, come on, man, they were wilding back then. And them rock days, bro, they was wilding back then.
All right, so I got the list. So Gene Simmons, he got sexual battery.
Diggy Simmons?
Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Oh, Gene.
Bro, Diggy Simmons, that's crazy. If that was Diggy Simmons.
No, Diggy was out here raping her.
Hey, that nigga Diggy out here, man. Hey, man, we got Red Hot Chili Peppers. It just say Red Hot Chili Peppers. It doesn't say which member it was. It wasn't. It don't say Flea. It don't say Anthony. It don't say none of the Red Hot Chili Pepper members. So that's weird. Say Real Estate. I don't know who the fuck that is. Got Davey Bowie rape allegations. Now I definitely heard of that. Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter sexual assault. Ozzy Osbourne domestic violence. I heard about that. That's recently surfaced that he was beating on Sharon. Ace of Base, neo-Nazi. I've heard of that. Seal sexual battery, but I think that was a lie because he was going at Oprah, and then like a lady just came out and was like, "Hey, Seal raped me."
Yeah, it's wild, man. And it's just like, bro, who is the people to like say if these people are actually guilty or not, because they're not charged in a court of law. So that's all my point is. If you're going to do this, you have to have some type of rubric. You know what I'm saying?
And this fucked up. They got Nelly on here, and wasn't it? Didn't the girl say she was lying about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he actually just called another one like not too long ago. But yeah, still.
Oh.
I don't get it. It's like you have to have some type of rubric for it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's say this. I asked you this question, but I'm gonna ask you this on here to get your answer on recording. So I asked you yesterday. I said if it was a video of a rapper beating a dog shit out, or any musician beating a dog shit out of their significant other, should they be banned? If we just like we see them doing a crazy act, for sure, like Famous Dex.
Mm-hmm.
If Spotify was like, okay, nigga, you're clearly beating up your girl, get him out of here. What you think about that?
That's a violation of the First Amendment. Can't do that.
You're right. Here's the thing. I might be a hypocrite in this situation because if he was to get banned, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, dope, cool. But I will listen to some problematic people like Marvin Gaye and whatnot. and they did some fucked up stuff too. I told you before, my favorite musician is David Ruffin. He beat a woman so bad she had brain tumors. Imagine beating a woman. Come on, bro. That's not funny.
That ain't funny, bro. But
bro, imagine beating a woman so bad she get brain tumors, bro. That's how bad he was putting the fist down.
Imagine
so I look like a hypocrite still listening to David Ruffin music when he was doing that, and then being happy if famous decks get banned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, nigga, if R. Kelly music got banned, I would just be like, first of all, I'm an R. Kelly like fan, so I'd be like, wow to me. But still, you can't ban anybody's music. That's like me saying, that's like I was saying, that's like me if I was a president and I was like, if you a green nigga and you got 2 legs, you can't make music. Like what? Like you can't do that. Like it's a First Amendment violation. Like you could say whatever you want, you do whatever you want. I mean, you could like you have the freedom to express yourself. So yeah, you can't stop anybody from expressing themselves.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think that we should leave that up to the people and not the companies like telling us what to listen to. If I listened to a podcast the other day and like they were talking about Sabrina Claudio, you know how she had the little account when she was younger, calling like black women niggers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like one of the girls on the podcast, she was like, y'all fake because y'all canceling her and y'all this and that, and y'all listen to this and that. And the whole time I was listening to her, I was like, if you want to listen to a woman that called you a nigger, go ahead and listen to that. Like, listen to that racist music on your term. Like, you don't have to argue. Like, if you want to listen to her, like, that's you. At the end of the day, that's you. Like, I don't listen to that music, that kind of music, so I don't really care. So, but if she got canceled, so be it. But if you personally want to listen to R. Kelly and you know,
hold on,
what happened?
My motherfucker. No, I was just want to say because KJ5000 said First Amendment relates to the government, bro. Spotify can do whatever they want. That's not what we're talking about. If you listen, Amp said, should their music be banned? He's talking about like banned worldwide. Like you can't get access to their music. Like they are banned from making music. I'm saying like if somebody says, hey, you can't make music, like you can't express yourself, that's a First Amendment violation. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
And this won't be the first time somebody like been completely banned. You know, back in the day, like Ice-T, he got banned. You know, he had that song "Cop Killer," and they went to like every store and like destroyed his CDs. Like,
yeah, I mean, but
it wouldn't be the first time somebody got banned. Like,
he also took that to court. I'm saying, but you could take that type of stuff to court though, because the only way they could try to ban you, but they're banning it because the content within his song. They're not banning it because of him. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
Like they're banning it because of that's a different story. If they deceive or they detect that what you're saying is like hateful and like starting riots and stuff like that, of course they'll try to ban it. But if they're trying to ban it just because they don't like you as a person, that's illegal. You can take that to court.
Yeah, let me let's see the chat. So chat moving kind of fast. E. Harris said, I understand this move on Spotify part, but just to be contrarian, I have to point out the artist / acts and music are separate from the actual human beings, and that is true. That's true. And he's hold up. I don't know if I should read this, but I'm gonna read it anyway. He said XXX didn't veto chick black and blue. Josiah Onfro, I guess that's a nigga in the street.
That's his real name.
He said he did that shit. He did. XXX didn't beat him. So this nigga T.I. versus Tip out here.
Hey, nigga, T.I. ain't cheating. Nigga, that was Tip. Nigga, that was Clifford Hayes.
Man, that was Tip, bro. That nigga out here wild. What if he told Tiny that? She probably believed that, her dumb ass.
That is hilarious, man. He said, nah, what, huh?
I ain't said nothing.
No, he said, nah, what the, if that band mess ain't flying nowadays? Yeah, probably wouldn't, but there's been a lot of albums banned. One of my favorite albums is actually a banned album. It's the Headless Apocalypse.
What the fuck is that?
It's a really good album. It's about this black dude, and it's a crazy album. If anybody want to listen to it, it's the Headless Heroes of the Apocalypse by Eugene McDaniels, and it really got banned because of a couple songs. It was Jack of the Dagger and the Parasite. Jack of the Dagger was basically about how, because it came out in the 70s, it was basically how Mick Jagger stole rock, and then the last song is like a really like beautiful like melodic song, and then it just goes into like very darkness, and basically he talking about like white people hanging us. It's like a really crazy album or whatever. And the government was like, nah, this is a little too pro-black for us, so they banned the album.
That's crazy. Was it like a rock album or something?
Yeah, it's a rock. It's like a rock-ish type album. It's it's like a rock album. He's pretty crazy. Like it's a pretty like wild album. Like it's weird. Like he's a singer and he's a rocker. It's kind of hard to explain. But if anybody want to listen to that, is The Headless Heroes of the Apocalypse by Eugene McDaniels. It's a really good album.
That's wild, man.
Pretty good stuff, man.
Shot they ain't kill that man.
He said, "Is it really banned? It was banned. I think he got lifted, but it was banned for like some decades."
It's crazy. It's crazy how an album could be banned and you could still hear that shit somewhere. Like you gotta go on the deep web and listen to an album.
Yeah, nigga, you know. Huh?
Hey, imagine if like they XXX get banned and you gotta go on a deep web to hear his music.
Imagine caring about that nigga so much that you going on a dark web. Man, that's crazy.
Hey man, niggas like that nigga music. Me personally, with his allegations to the side, I think his music is garbage.
Facts. Imagine downloading Tor just to listen to XXX. That's a wow.
I feel the same way about 6ix9ine. Like people get offended. Like people coming out the closet as 6ix9ine fans now, which is crazy because everybody's like on the fence about it back in the day, and now everybody just sashaying out the closet like, hell yeah, I listen to 6ix9ine. He's 7 for 7.
I get it because like he just brings a lot of energy, and it's like workout music, you know. I get it. I get why people like it. You don't get it?
Yeah. I guess like I could listen to it and then I'll be like, man, this nigga is just yelling over like hard ass beats, and that's you need more than that.
Facts. Somebody said if we start banning music for people who cause trouble, we won't have any music. Facts, nigga. If my favorite artists are scumbags, man. Nigga, if you ain't a scumbag, I don't want to listen to you, bro.
And you know what's crazy? Out of all this, nobody has brought up Kodak Black.
Yes, they did. The Fader did.
Oh, hey man.
The Fader,
hold on. Fuck the Fader real quick. That shit was really corny. How they was like, we hit up Spotify to get these artists banned. It was like nothing but black artists. Like that's really corny.
Yeah, that's really well. I don't get it. It's just like what are you accomplishing? You know? I don't get it. Like at the end of the day, when you get them banned, what does that do for you in your mind? Like, does that make you happy? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people get like a sick enjoyment out of like getting people out of here, man. Like that shit yesterday with Little Tay. What's her name?
Yeah.
They had got like Little Tay mom fired, which I can understand that, but it's some people like it's other situations where like people be trying to get people fired, like.
Okay, so I was talking to Stunner about this last night because Stunner was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so corny. People are trying to get Kanye to lose his endorsement with Adidas, right?" So he then said that he was in favor of Lil Tay Mama losing her job, and I thought that was hypocritical. But he was saying different things because he was like, one is a little girl that's directing her videos to younger people like herself, and he was like, Kanye is directing his message to grown people that could think for themselves. And I was like, what?
If you get one banned, you gotta get the other one banned. If you think about it, neither one of them was being like hurtful to somebody. It's just that you gotta go about things a little bit different. I will admit, I told you, I think Kanye West is a jackass, but to get his shoes banned, like that's kind of ridiculous. Just don't buy his shoes.
Yeah.
Like if you like I think Kanye West is an idiot, so I'm just not gonna buy his shoes. Like, don't get them banned. Just like, don't pay that nigga any mind. I guess people need stuff banned because they know they don't got no self-control, so they need it out of here. They were like, okay, well, if Kanye West Adidas gone, like, I won't have the urge to buy them.
People just don't have anything to do with their lives. I don't know. It's just like I'm not the person that's ever going to try to make somebody lose their job. Like, I feel like that's too extra. Like calling Little Tay mom to make her lose her job. I think that's actually kind of evil. If you're not like, I mean, because
hold on. Did they call to get her lose her job, or did
they called her job to make her, because her job, like I guess number was the same number for the Little Tay booking information. So they figured that out.
That's dumb on their end.
So, but I don't know. I just thought that's evil. I wouldn't do that. Like to call somebody. Like imagine taking time out your day to call somebody else's job that you don't even know to be like,
I don't care enough to do something like that.
That's crazy, bro. You know how much of a snitch you gotta be, bro? That's crazy, bro. Like that's some like real snitch stuff. Like you take time out your day to do that.
I know you see these white people out here calling the cops on niggas. Like you seen that
bro,
video that girl calling she ain't a girl, she a grown ass bitch. She was calling the cops on the black people for having a cookout.
Having a what?
They was having a cookout in the park.
No.
And she's like calling the cops, and like a white lady pulled up on her, and the white lady was recording her. She was like, "Why are you bothering these people? They're just trying to have a cookout." And the lady was like, "It's a violation of code, so and so and so." And the white lady pulled out her phone. She was like, "No, it's not. Right here it says they're allowed to have a charcoal grill." And then she was about to say something, but then the cops pulled up, and then the white lady, she added like some fake tears, and she was like, "They're attacking me. They're attacking me." I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
I don't get it, bro. It's like, you know how, like I said, if you take time out your day to call somebody a job that you don't know and it's all over the internet, like if you're doing stuff just because the internet affected you that much that you want somebody to lose their job, like I said, Lil Tay mom lost her job. At the end of the day, what did that do for you? That make you happy? Like
yeah, that really made them happy.
Like that's crazy, bro. Like somebody like that lady had a nice job feeding her family. You know what I'm saying? She had a little
she was reckless with it. Let your dog.
But snitching, that's what like I'm
not saying it's right that they snitched on her, but I'm saying she was reckless with it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I get you.
Like she was gonna get out the paint eventually. Like if like that sounds crazy to use the same. You said it's the same booking number as like her contact job. That's crazy. Like you gotta do better than that. But the fact that she was at the client's house filming this stuff, it's pretty reckless. Like imagine you on IG and you see a little ass girl tossing money in your Porsche. You're like, nigga, that's my Porsche in my house.
I wouldn't care. I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's kind of fun. I mean, if you ain't breaking nothing in my house, you ain't messing up my car, nothing. Gucci.
You know what's crazy? I bet if she asked some of these people, could they do the video? A lot of them will probably say yes. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, it's like if you're not destroying nothing in the house, in my car, why would I be mad at you? Get your money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't care. Niggas is weird. That's all I got. Niggas is weird.
It's crazy, man. But nah, I'm about to say shout out Lil Tay. Nah, don't shout out Lil Tay. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at Dan Vixum. He said Lil Tay's an internet celebrity now. She'll be fine, which I do agree. I don't know how they're gonna finesse it, because if I knew how they would finesse it, I would be a millionaire right now. But I'm assuming maybe she can do like club appearances, right, or shit like that.
I heard that they wasn't really getting the money off them videos.
So, yeah, like if you think about it, like how can you make money off of that? Like you get sponsors, like
yeah, I mean, bro, if you got 1 million Instagram followers, you should be making money.
Yeah, man, like t-shirt, like make t-shirts or something like that.
Yeah, that bro, you know, what's the dude name? Spice Adams. That nigga definitely making money.
Yeah, he got sponsors and shit. He be on sponsors. Like
he be doing TV shows and all type of stuff.
Well, yeah, I think
he had to show Aisha Curry.
Well, he's an ex-football player, so he probably got some money anyway.
That too, yeah.
So, it's certain things she can do, man. She could charge people $300 to be on podcasts and shit, all kind of shit, man.
Hey, is that too loud?
Nah, it's not bad. It's not crazy. It definitely sounds like niggas about to home invade you. Hey, what if niggas start doing home invasions and chimneys? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, what if a nigga broke to my house live on a podcast? That'd be crazy.
I just pistol whip you, bro.
Nigga pistol whip me live on podcast. I mean, my bonnet kind of big, so hopefully, that would hurt you. That hurt. Yeah, man, that'd be terrible.
All right, so right now we got 21 viewers. So, like, if anybody that just now started, we was pretty much talking about the banning of R. Kelly, XXX, and TK.
Yeah. You want to get into the next topic?
Nah, real quick. I want to talk about TK real quick.
Let's talk about it.
It's gonna be real quick. So I finally seen that clip of Breakfast Club when they did not know who TK was, and I thought that was ridiculous. How they don't know who TK is at all. All three of them.
That's crazy.
And I said I was surprised, but that had me worried for a second because Breakfast Club is supposed to be like one of the most
prominent hip hop shows.
Yeah, prominent hip hop shows, and like they don't know who this guy is. Like his story was pretty big. His story is bigger than his music. Like, how do you not at least hear the story?
How they know Lil Skies, but they don't know Ticket?
They know who Lil Skies is?
That's what Angela, she said, I know Lil Skies. And then Meek Mill was like, oh, I don't know him. I'm just getting out of jail still.
That's crazy. I've seen a vlog recently of Lil Skies, and he was walking through like a festival and nobody knew who the fuck he was.
If TK was walking through the festival, people would know who he is.
Yeah, I seen like it was who vlog was it? It was somebody vlog, and I know Adam 22 was in it, and more people was coming up to Adam 22 than Lil Skies. So how do you know who Lil Skies is, but you don't know who TK is?
Hey, I don't like this term, but that nigga might be an industry plant.
Who?
Lil Skies.
I never heard one of his songs.
I'm just saying, like for Angela, you to know who he is, but not TK. That says something to me.
Like one time I just seen people like posting his music and I was like, I just seen a light-skinned nigga with a green-looking light-skinned nigga with face tattoos.
That nigga make music for like 19 and 20-year-olds. There's no reason she should know who Lil Skies is and not TK.
He make that Trippie Redd type music?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard like one song and I can't even remember what it sounded like. I just assume that's the type of music he makes.
School shooter hip-hop.
That's what it probably is.
Yeah, man, I don't listen.
And Victor said some people are just out of touch, but when your job is hip hop, you shouldn't be that out of touch that you don't know who TK is.
I had told you, I think Charlamagne's out of touch, and I think he getting away with it on the low. Like he's very out of touch. Like he says all the time that he needs people. He said he got like people from age range from like 20 to 32 that he texts to find out who's like on top, and I'm like, dude, they doing your job for you. Like, I'm pretty sure Ebro knows who all these people are without having to ask, because he listen to music. But I don't know. I guess you could blame it on Charlamagne having so many jobs where he can't keep up, because is Ebro out here executive producing shows like that?
I guess not.
So I guess you could blame that, but it's just like, dude, you got to know who these people are. And you could tell because like sometimes they be interviewing somebody like a new up and coming rapper, and like Charlamagne do not give a fuck. He's just in the corner like I don't know who this nigga is.
But you tell a nigga like, nah, I've never heard one of your songs. Like, hey, it'd be funny. Like, it'd be a big artist to come up there, and then they'd be like, "You listen to the album yet?" They'd be like, "Nah, I heard like 2 songs." They'd be like, "Dang, you gotta listen to the album if they will come up there, man." Like a big artist who would be like Mac Miller or somebody. Like, hey, listen to the album. You'd be like, I was about to, but then I had to go play 2K. Like, dang, y'all gonna blow him up right in front of your face like that? That's crazy.
Shit, he told Post Malone he was terrible to his face.
I understand that.
He still be shitting on Post Malone. He was like, man, I'm not listening to no fucking Post Malone album. He said that the other day when they was talking about the numbers from the album. Shout
out to Post Malone, man. Nigga sucks.
All right, what was the next topic? Well, hold on, you said Post Malone sucked? That new album, I wasn't feeling that new Post Malone album. I did like that song with him and Sway Lee though.
Definitely didn't listen to the album. I have no desire to.
Yeah, it's not even worth listening to. I'm not even a fake.
But you said, what's the next topic? Well, I really wanted to just start off with a bang, and let's go there, guys. I want to talk about rape culture, man. So I have the list that I could screen share. Have it up already. Well, I don't have it up on the screen, but I have it. Well, you'll see. About 10 seconds. Finna put a list on the screen. I did this on my live stream last night, but here we are right here. All right. Is that big enough for everybody? Can you see that?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So
is it a way to keep this shit on your screen? Because now it's hopping on. I think I can do it.
Say it again.
Okay, I got you. And it present to everyone how I could just keep it on your screen?
I think people will see it. I think it's good.
Yeah, because shit keep hopping. Because it was just permanently on your screen. Now it's just hopping now. So
well, yeah, because it hobbles between who's talking. So if I just keep talking, then niggas will be able to get a look at it. All right, so here we are right here, man.
Wait, hold on, real quick. My fault. To the listeners, please call in because nobody's calling in. We got a pretty good amount of viewers right now. But if y'all want to call in at any time, and we'll chop it up with you.
I'll call you back. All right. About what? Huh? No. I don't know why they did that.
This nigga Eric done got a young lady pregnant.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do that. I'm just doing. I gotta call you back then. All right. Sorry, that's my mom. Something really. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, that was really wild. I'm so sorry. But all right. So yes, we are back. Rape culture. All right. Let's get back into it. So me and Amp was talking about this one day because I seen this on the Charlemagne, the Billionaires podcast, and I found the actual picture of it, and I wanted to discuss this. Now we're gonna start from we're gonna start wherever you want to start at. So you say you can see the picture. Let's start from the top. No, I was gonna ask you before we even start. Is there anything on here? Because this is how we do my live stream. Is there anything on here that pops out to you like you don't think that should be on here?
Hold on.
I'll start first while you're looking at the list. I said locker room banter. I don't think that should be on here. We actually had this conversation off air one time, and you didn't let me. You was like, you weren't even trying to hear me out, so now you can actually.
Hold on. No. I didn't do that. It was just like one of them things where we just had a disconnect, and like sometimes when I'm like, some certain topics you gotta like talk it out. We was texting back and forth, so like it was like texting adds a disconnect sometimes to certain topics. So I was like, I don't know, I don't really feel you, but I'm gonna let you explain, and then I'll jump in if I disagree with anything.
All right, so
when you brought it up, you was talking about Trump grab her by the pussy, which I don't know if that's a good example.
Like that name, I would assume that's where the name comes from, like locker room banter, because he was like, it was just locker room talk or whatever. So
locker room banter can be anything as far as this like talking about a woman, like, man, hey bro, so last night, man, I was fucking this chick from the back, bro, like shit like that. That can be like
I think locker room banter is like if I see a
violation to another man. I mean,
I think if I see a fine girl on Instagram and I send in a group chat and I'm like, nigga, I got them. Don't do that to girl. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's locker room banter.
I thought it was like personal, like in real life, like it face to face.
No, nigga. Okay. Let's say we all in a locker room together and we on. I'm like,
it's not literally.
But I'm just saying, let's go face to face. I'm with my homeboys and I'm on my Instagram. I'm like, damn, you see this girl? Nigga, don't do that to girl. Once again, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel like locker room banter. We just like shooting the breeze about, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, bro, these girls in their group chats. I don't know if you ever seen a girl group chat, but they be saying some wild stuff in there.
They sad,
and I don't care. Like I'm not offended by that or whatever. I think that's just how people talk when like they're around their friends, you know? But like I see where it can be coming from, saying like it's normalizing the behavior or whatever. But I just feel like if people can, I guess, draw the line just between talking, ain't nothing wrong with it, because it's not like I'm saying, oh, I want to rape that girl or whatever. But if you just like saying some wild sexual stuff, then I don't know, who cares, man. I said I would eat tater tots out of Nia Jax's butthole. Like that's locker room banter. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think anything wrong.
Now I agree with you there. I agree with you. Can you agree that it still can be considered inappropriate, but they call it rape added, like rape culture is kind of like,
yeah, I don't think whoever did it. I don't think it should be on this chart at all.
Yeah, but you can't agree that it's kind of inappropriate. So, like for example, we chilling at like Zaxby's or some shit, and I'm telling you how I like fuck some chick, and like some person walk by and hear that shit, and they'd be like, bro, you shouldn't be. They feel like kind of uncomfortable that I said that.
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't know if I want to talk about that at Zaxby's, first of all. I mean, but like if we at your house and we talking about it, then whatever. Yeah, shoot.
Well, I think they added this to the list because they put it in consideration somebody that's listening feelings towards it. Not necessarily us. Like if we talking about some shit like, man, man, your ass, like, who cares? Like, that's locker room talk, but it doesn't even matter because it's just me and you talking about the shit. I think they're talking about like out in public, like if like let's say hold on, let's say you walking down like you in a hotel or some shit, and you see this nigga Trump, you're like, oh, there go Trump right there, and you walk over like close to Trump, see what he's talking about. He was like, man, so I grabbed her by the pussy, and but you Trump like, bro, the president.
Trump wasn't doing it in public though.
You right.
That's why, like I said, I still don't see anything wrong with that with that Trump thing at all. Like, I'm gonna go back to that since we talking about the PC thing. Let's talk about it, man. I still don't see anything wrong about the Trump thing. I literally see nothing wrong about what he said.
Oh, I'm saying like they let you grab her.
I don't see anything wrong with that. You know why I don't?
Why?
Because when women get their nails done, what they say?
They got dick grabbers.
Exactly. I don't care. Like, I'm not offended by that. Like, okay, you can grab.
Yeah, I wasn't offended. I think people just was like, because like, is the president saying that?
Yeah, I guess because the president. But no, people were making it like he hates women or whatever when he says that. I'm like, what? Like, do you know how niggas talk?
It was pretty much like nigga, I'm the boss of this shit. Like, nigga, I'm that nigga. I'm Trump. So anytime women see me, they wouldn't let me grab. They wouldn't let me grab them out of pussy. That's because I'm that nigga. That's pretty much how he was saying. It's just weird that like that's coming from a president.
I guess. I mean, but I don't look at people by their titles. I like to look at people as people. And
I think people just pretty much thought that people thought that he was probably saying like I just go around grabbing women by the pussy just because.
Well, that's their fault for. It's their fault for having poor critical thinking skills and listening skills.
To the listener, trust me, I'm not caping for Trump. I'm just like explaining that situation. At the end of the day, it's fuck Trump, but yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I don't have any problem with that. The next one, rape jokes. I asked Ken about this last night. I said, have you ever been uncomfortable by a rape joke? And he brought a rape joke to my mind that I haven't heard in so long. And it's this Daniel Tosh stand-up where this one lady like stands up in the middle of like his joke, and she was like, "That's not funny!" Like out of nowhere, and he just looked at her and he pointed at her and he said, "Hey guys, rape her." And he said that made him feel uncomfortable. I laughed at that because I was like, "Hey, that was kind of funny," but that is kind of wild to say.
Yeah, but, that's wild. Yeah. I wouldn't even laugh. I was like, "Damn, he wilding out there."
It was. I mean, I respected his quick comeback. Because out of nowhere she stood up, she was like, "That's not funny, like you suck." And he was like, "Hey, rape her." And I was like, okay, I respected the.
That's pretty quick on his toes.
Yeah, that was really quick on his toes just to like come up and say that. So I was like, and I laughed and that's partially because I'm a big Daniel Tosh fan. I think he's really funny. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, rape jokes. How do you feel about rape jokes?
I don't really like them. I've never laughed at one. Like I can't think of one off the top of my head that I've heard, but I've heard like comedians do one, and it's kind of like not really. I don't find it funny. One that kind of on my brain right now, Louis C.K. did one.
I was just gonna say that
when he was complaining about white people traveling because he said every time he goes to the airport, it's always a white person complaining that it takes them a long time to be on a flight. And he was like, you complaining about being on a plane for 2 hours, but literally back in the day, you had to walk from New York to LA and your wife might even get raped along the way. And then like everybody's just start busting out laughing, which is true. Like,
yeah. I like this. This is what I said last night on my podcast or on the live stream. I said a rape joke can be funny if made by an intelligent person. I think anything could be funny if made by a very smart person. I feel like Louis C.K. is a pretty funny guy, to be honest with you. Excuse me. I feel like Louis C.K. is a very smart guy. And that's why I feel like, because this nigga's made like a molestation joke about like children and somehow was funny. And he made it like on SNL. It was kind of wild. I remember people was like, that's inappropriate. But I thought it was funny because I feel like he's smart enough to word it into the point where it's not just straight out distasteful.
All right, Dan Vixen, my fault. Dan Vixen, he said, that's not the exact quote she said. He said, quote, rape jokes aren't funny. Daniel Tosh responded, wouldn't it be funny if 5 dudes just raped her right now? Or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember because Ken brought it up, so Ken said, I haven't seen that stand up in like years, so I really can't remember exactly what he said and like what the tone of it was, but I do remember being like, yeah, this nigga's wild. But I mean, Daniel Tosh comedy is just like edgy. in general. Like if you look at Touch Funnel, he has a lot of edgy comedy on his stuff.
And Gino from Reno, he said, I prefer kill yourself jokes.
Kill yourself jokes.
Those are pretty cool too.
Kill yourself jokes.
But yeah, I'm not really a fan of rape jokes. Like, they're not funny to me at all.
Anything else on here that you don't think should be on here?
Hold on. Talk real quick to bring it back up.
Me and who were talking about last night, like, we don't know exactly why rape is we don't know why rape is higher than molestation. Like, shouldn't that be like rape / molestation? So what I did, I took it upon myself to look up the definition of rape on Merriam-Webster dictionary. So when I look up rape, the first thing pops up says, an old world herb of the mustard family grown as forage crop and its seeds which yield rapeseed oil and a bird food. So I was like, damn, like rape is like a plant? I didn't know that. Like, imagine eating some rape plant. Like, what you get? I'm just eating some rape right now, man. Like, it should rape in my mouth. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. That was kind of crazy.
Hey, bro, imagine you grow a plant and that should take your booty. Like, hey, you know, Little Shop of Horror. You know the plant from Little Shop of Horror, the big ass plant.
Yeah.
What if that shit just grow up to be like that and that nigga just rape you? Like, bro. Hey, like, bro, what happened to that plant, bro? Man, I had to get rid of that shit, man. That shit raped me, nigga.
Nigga, what if your plant cut a promo on you and start raping you, nigga? That's crazy.
Wow.
Listen here,
hey,
brother.
but I know you heard the term before, rape and pillage before, right?
Rape or pillage?
Rape and pillage mean like run up in your shit and steal all your shit.
Oh yeah, okay. So look, the next definition says to seize and take away by force. So I was like, so if like the police like come and raid your house, they raped your house?
No, not quite. It means like it's kind of like a home invasion, like rape and pillage. Like if let's say like some outies niggas just run up in your crib and just start taking all your shit, and you can't do nothing about it. They by the original term they raped you, but
damn. So that nigga, so when Young Bird was getting his chain snatched every week, and he was getting raped every week.
Yeah, if you want to use the OG term, but like society kind of changed the term because when you think rape now, you think about sex, like forcefully having sex with somebody, but the OG term of rape mean like run up in your crib and just take all your shit.
The OG term of rape is hilarious, nigga. not the new rape, but the OG rape, like
yeah,
like that nigga like a West Coast legend or some shit.
Cause I had asked about it in school one time because we was reading like a book about, I think it was like Rome or some shit, and the term rape and pillage came up, and like I asked the teacher, I was like, and she probably cleaned it up for me because I was a kid, but I was like, so they had sex with their wives, and she was like, no, rape and pillage means to run in the house and steal all their belongings, which they probably was raping their wives too, if you think about it.
So yeah, that's crazy. So basically, Young Bird and niggas who get a chain robbed, you got raped.
Yeah, so, he got raped on World Star for that Megatron chain.
And then I was like, okay, so what is the definition of molestation, right? So I looked up molestation then, and then Merriam-Webster dictionary defines molestation as to annoy, disturb, or persecute, especially with hostile intent or injurious effect. And the sentence says, the zookeeper warned the visitors not to molest the animals. I was like, that's crazy, man. Imagine going to the zoo and it's a big sign that say, don't molest these animals. Hey, nigga, I know that zebra looking thick and all, but don't molest that nigga.
Well, if by that definition, that means Kanye West molesting all of us.
Yeah, that's a fact. That nigga's definitely a molester, man. Kanye West is the molester of the century, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, if you are annoying to somebody, that's molesting.
Hey, man, don't molest these penguins. I warned you once. Stop molesting these
I'm not going to warn you again. Oh, man.
Hold up. One of these words is kind of confusing to me. Because we talking about rape culture. What's that stealthing? Is that really rape? It's pretty fucked up. But like to call it rape is kind of outrageous because you're having sex with a woman and she consented that you have sex, but like taking the condom off, is that really raping? That's just really weird. That's just a fucked up thing to do. But I don't know if that's pretty
evil. Like you gotta be on some like she didn't see I took the condom off. Like I don't know, it was like that's kind of weird to do that. First of all, I didn't even know stealthing was a term until I seen this chart. I didn't know there was a term for taking your condom off on a low ski, but apparently it is. So yeah, stealthing. That is. I would agree with you though.
Not that one, but you ever heard of the other stealthing, which is like you about to hit a chick from the back, and then like you like walk out the room and you let your homie hit her.
Nah, what?
You never heard that?
Nah.
That's stealthing. That's another kind of stealthing, and that's rape right there. They should have put that one. That's definitely rape.
Yeah, I never heard about that. Safe word violation. That's some white people stuff.
This is about to be off topic, but I don't know if you chat, y'all could join in with this, but like, is it me or do most women like raw sex? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna explain it.
Okay.
I think that most, like when it comes to wearing condoms, I think most women don't give a fuck. Like, like y'all try this out one day. Y'all about to have sex with a chick. Try to go in raw and see what happens. 8 times out of 10, women don't care about that shit. And I'm just being real.
I mean, should I call us a couple of females and ask them which one do they prefer?
Yeah, we could do that because like I've done this experiment before. Like,
are you seriously calling me right now?
I didn't know you were listening to it.
That's really you thought of me.
I did. You were the first person I thought of. Oh man. Okay, so answer the question since you already know the question.
As long as he buys the Plan B.
So why do you? Oh, so you prefer raw sex?
Yeah.
Why?
But it's only if like before. It's like you gonna buy the Plan B, and if he says no, then you gotta put the condom on.
So why do you prefer it?
It just feels better.
You feel all that cock?
Yeah.
This nigga Eric wild, man.
You got something to answer?
No, wait. First of all, who is this?
Her name.
Don't worry about my name.
Oh, you know who this is. This the Okay, well, can I not tell him? Okay, well, whatever. I'll tell you later. But you know who this is.
That sounded kind of rude how I said it. I didn't mean it like that. I was just like, "What is your name?" Like just to say hey. But anonymous caller, what's good?
She said her name.
Okay, but does she agree with what I'm saying? I don't know if she can hear me or not.
Yeah, she hear you.
I don't remember anymore. What was he saying?
I was pretty much saying
most girls
that.
Don't care?
Yeah, most girls don't care. Like if you try to slide in without the condom, they probably not gonna deny it.
It depends on the girl. Some girls be like, what you doing? Because I do that sometimes. And that's when I'm like, you gonna play
Sometimes though.
No, like I never like if he say no, he not gonna pay for the Plan B, then it's a no-go. You gotta put the condom on. I never no.
Yeah, she not getting money.
I do know like girls they do the pull-out method all the time.
That don't work. That don't work.
But that's just me, which for either it's Plan B or it's a condom.
So you kind of proving my point because you say a lot of girls that do the pull-out. So yeah, pretty much like most girls, like if you like have you don't even have to pull the condom out, and y'all be about to get it cracking, and you just like put the joint in. They're not gonna say nothing because I guess they be caught in a moment, but like. Most don't care, which is kind of crazy because like we got all kind of diseases, all kind of women getting pregnant and shit like that. So it's just like crazy that like in the heat of the moment, most people don't give a fuck.
I mean, it's more fun, am I right?
Yeah, it definitely is.
So anything else you got to add to this here?
No.
All right. I'll let you get back listening.
Okay.
All right. Nope, there goes your answer right there.
Hey man, I told you, man. Like, just don't be saying things like most women do not give a fuck, bro. Just slide that shit in, and like, if you gotta take the risk.
That's a fact. I kind of want to get a foreigner example or a foreigner answer on this. If this is an African girl answer, that would be actually amazing.
Oh, let me read the chat real quick. We got Candace. She says, "Say less." What does that mean, Candace?
Who is Candace?
Young lady in the chat. Do you agree that Candace? Do you agree that most women wouldn't say anything if you try and put it in raw dog?
Do you know Candace?
No, I don't know her. I probably follow her on Twitter. I'm not sure, but it just say Candace, so I'm not sure. Toph, he said, I ain't used a condom in 14 years. Well, hold up. People try and like talk down on raw sex. I mean, condom sex. It depends on which one you use, because it is some brands out there where like that shit feel good, even with the condom on. You gotta get the bearskin one. And Candace said yes, so she agreed with me that most women will let you hit wrong.
Hey Candace, are you going through your whole phase right now? Or are you past that? Let me know.
Nexium, he said, I never use a condom because I'm a virgin. All right.
Aww.
Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to that, man.
Hey, Nexium, sex is overrated, man. Just stay a virgin.
Shout out to Nexium, man. That's funny.
You was about to call somebody out.
I wasn't call this one girl. She like a hoe, but I think
she got any kids?
Yeah, huh?
She got any kids?
Does she have any kids? Nah, damn, she at work. I'm looking at her story right now. She going to work. Never mind.
Oh, she a stripper?
No. Do I have any strippers that I can call? I don't know. While you talking, I'll be looking to see if I got anybody I can holler at real quick.
All right, so Candace, she answered you back. You asked her. You said, was she in her whole phase? And she said, pass. That I've been delivered. So she's saying she's delivered right now. She on the God's light right now.
So you got an old man, or you just what you got going on, Candace?
Shout out to Candace. Call up Candace. Don't be scared.
Yeah, call up Candace. We don't know what you just typing for, man.
Yeah, just hit some real niggas up. We'll
I'm trying to call some wild girl that's gonna give me a wild ass answer. Oh well, let me see if this girl picked up the phone. I'm gonna just call it. Yeah, I'm trying to get like I live it in my ass raw or some shit like that.
If you wearing condom for ass sex, then like stop it. like just stop it. Like there's no.
No, one girl I'll never forget. She just like she was talking about like how she loved to get her booty ate, and she was going to like detail and like nigga, I felt uncomfortable. I felt like some rape culture shit, and I was like, this is too nigga, this is too much locker room banter. Man. I was like, I want to hear this, man. Like, this shit, that shit was.
Hey, she was
too uncomfortable.
Nigga said she was giving locker room banter.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
And she was out here giving that boys will be boys.
Yeah. Nigga, she said butt will be butt, nigga. She was wilding. Oh no, I can't ride with her, man. She too much for me. What brother in the chat just said? He said a girl getting on top about this. Hold on, a girl was getting on top about to stick it in first night. I met her. What? Am I retarded? Or am I reading this wrong?
Nah, he fucked that up.
A girl was getting on top about the sticking in the first night. I met her and I was like, "We not using a condom." I was flabbergasted. Yeah,
bro, man, I said that, dog.
Right. They were trying to get straight to it.
It go. At one time, I was smashing this chick. She used to work with me, so like, I don't even know how I got her to the crib. Like, I still to this day don't know how that shit happened. Like, I smashed with like zero effort. So she's at my house. So I wasn't planning on having sex that day, so I didn't have no condoms or nothing. So she ready to go. So like, I just put that shit in raw, bro, and just pulled out. And then she like, I just put it in. She ain't say nothing, dog. She was just like, I was thinking the whole time, like, bro, she about to say something. And she ain't say nothing. I was like, wow. So I just kept going, my nigga, and I just pulled out.
Shout out. Okay, so looking at this chart one more time. Ken and them was like, they think stalking and following should be above. What did they say it should be above? They said it should be above stealthing.
I'm gonna agree at a technicality because I don't think stealthing should be on the list at all. Let's talk real quick so I can bring it up.
You're back in here. What about cat? What is cat calling, man?
Cat calling. I was telling you about this the other day, man. That's just like, hey, you know how niggas in Duval be. They be like, hey, yo, fire red. Fuck with a real nigga, red. Fuck with a real nigga. You know how Duval niggas be. At that point, it's technically catcalling, but it's not a bad thing. It gets a bad thing when red does not answer you, and you be like, man, bitch, fuck you then, bitch. Ugly as fuck anyway.
So that's catcall. I mean, I feel like that's do niggas up north do that?
Well, bro, when I was up north, dog, I seen some vicious catcalling. They be like, "Bitch, the fat ass," like straight up. Hey, bitch. Nah, niggas in Duval, they don't start it off disrespectful. They be like, hey, blue dress, hey, blue dress, hey, blue shirt, hey, blue shirt. You know you hear me, blue shirt. Now, if they keep going, that's catcalling.
Okay. So
revenge porn, which is pretty fucked up. You know what's crazy? I was thinking about this the other day because it was a situation on Twitter where a lady, she posted a nigga dick pic. And people was like, why y'all not mad about this? Because y'all was mad the other day because Tierra Marie got exposed for like she was sucking some dude meat and the nigga posted it on her IG. And people was up in uproar. People was like, man, men are trash. Men are garbage. And then the next day when this lady, she posted this nigga meat on the timeline, it was like nobody really cared.
Hey, nigga, Tierra Marie. My fault, what you gonna say?
Oh, what you about? What was you about to say? Something you about to say some real shit?
Nah, I was just about to say she a freak.
Yeah, hey man, she a freak.
Nigga, she had the nut on her face looking at the camera. Hey, one of my favorite battle rappers, shot New Jersey Twerk, he commented under the picture. He was like, "You're a whore."
Hey, you can't really call her a whore because she was like the way she was servicing that nigga. You could tell like she really loved that guy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, hey, what if she didn't know that? What if that like is some nigga she met that night? That'd be fire.
That'd be crazy. But she said it was somebody. It was somebody she was dating. Like she was like the way she was talking. She was like. I thought she was about to say yes, master. Or some shit like you could tell like she really loved him and like that nigga betrayed the shit out of her by posting that. But what I was getting at was when niggas was younger, revenge porn used to be lit. And now it's not good anymore. I was just gonna say that, bro.
That nigga Ken said revenge porn used to be fire. That's a fact, bro. Used to be, man.
Yeah, like people used to love revenge porn, bro. Like back in the day, like niggas start arguing, they be like, bitch, I post your nudes. And then next thing you know, post them like everybody like, oh, y'all seen this and that. But now it's bad.
Hey, Paige got the most revenge porn nudes I've ever seen in my life.
Is hers even considered revenge? Because like she pretty much got hacked.
Yeah, I guess you gotta. I mean, hey, nigga, Paige got more news than Joe Rogan got podcast episodes, bro. Like
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Ridiculous. Shout out to her though, man. But yeah.
That's, hold up, Gino from Reno. He said, "What's the percentage of dudes that use Jimmy's on the first time?"
I don't know. I don't go around asking people about their cocks or Gino.
Come on, you didn't have to take it there, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to.
I don't know if you got a clipboard walking around like, so hey, Mr. Jimmy. I mean, I'm just wrap it up. Like, I don't know, nigga.
Answer this question. I think it is. I think it's like depends on a woman at the end of the day.
Say it again.
Like, I think it depends on the women. Like, at the end of the day, I don't know if that quite answers his question because he asked for percentages, and I didn't give him a percentage at all. But it's just like if the woman don't let. I think it's 0% depending on the woman. Like, niggas don't want to wear condoms. Who wants to really wear condoms? If I could go and have sex with any woman and like not wear a condom and know that I won't get a disease or get her pregnant, then I won't wear one. That's why niggas be so excited when they girl be on birth control and shit like that. Yeah, they know they can ski in her all day. So I'm gonna go with 0.
Nigga, shoot up the box.
Hey man.
But I was gonna say I think that's a nice little touch on this rape culture situation. Rape culture is a real thing, guys. So yeah, man, just be aware. Some of this stuff, like I said, I don't think should be on here, but most of this stuff, don't do it, man. It's bad, man.
You only said like one thing that you didn't think should be on there.
Locker room banter and stealthing. I agree with stealthing.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I see why stealthing is on here. Actually, when I think about it, because I guess
you gotta explain it to me.
Because you didn't get consent to do that.
You right.
know? So yeah, it's all about consent. You didn't get consent to do that, so that's why.
I hope people don't think I was agreeing to stealthing when I brought that story up about women not wearing condoms.
Okay,
this nigga. I never did that. Like I'm upfront with it. Like I'll put it in, and if you don't feel anything, you know what the drill is.
Hey, like I said, safe word violation stuff. That's definitely some white people stuff. You agree with that?
Safe word violation. I'm assuming that's like you having, like you choking a chick out. Like the safe word is
like pineapple or something.
Yeah, and you be like, and she be like pineapple, and you be like, I can't hear you. That's what that is. Right?
Right. If you got a safe word, if you're doing something that freaky that you got a safe word, that's man. Like a black girl can be like nigga chill out or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
They'll punch your ass.
Yeah, if you got like a safe word, that shit like puncho or some shit like that, man. Like yeah, you definitely got some problems.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
that's white.
Hey man, there's some freaks out here using
yeah,
safe
for real.
words.
Yeah, if you got safe words, you definitely.
I never had to use a safe word ever. That's crazy. Like, what are you doing when you?
Yeah, I don't know what
safe
you're doing.
Word is involved.
As well, but
suffocating.
But yeah. So yeah, there's a rape culture, and the next topic I want to talk about on this PC podcast, I wanted to talk about. It's crazy because we have two niggas on here, but I wanted to talk about feminism. And I wanted to talk about.
You're gonna have to set this up because I don't know what's going on.
So I want to talk about basically there is a thing going on where a lot of females have branched off into radical feminism, and a lot of people think it's okay. A lot of people think it's not okay, and a lot of men have opinion on it because men are the majority in America. So we look at it and we're kind of have the dominating opinion because we're overwhelming, the opinion. And it's crazy because we have nothing to do with that because it's their little movement. But as men, I want to know what's your opinion on just regular feminism, certain type of feminism. Like, do you have an opinion on it? Like, do you ever see feminism on your timeline and you're like, this is just too much, or no?
Nah, never. Can we pull out the definition of feminism? Because I could be wrong, but I thought that the straight up definition of feminism, and Candace, the perfect time for you to call it. If you even still looking at this shit. I thought the general definition of feminism was just basically women's rights, right?
Yeah,
you looking
pretty
at
much. It? I mean, I'll
who's against? But
like I said, there's different. There's like what I said. There's like radical feminisms, But the theory or the political
examples?
The theory of the political, economic, and social equality of sexes. That's the basic definition of feminism. But like I said, there's like radical feminism. You said examples?
Yeah, can you give like radical feminism?
Like porn is bad because it degrades women.
Well, most things radical is kind of annoying. Like, yeah, I'm assuming like that shit where like even like some of the feminists, they agree that it's kind of weird. You ever seen the bleed movement where women be like, I'm not wearing a tampon, and they like march on like Washington with like bloody pants.
Yeah, that's radical feminism. Or like women like saying like I should be able to walk out the house with my shirt off. That's like radical feminism.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's radical feminism right there. And I was just curious, what's your thoughts on that as a man?
Yeah, I think that's outrageous. I think if you want to just keep it feminism, I think somebody tried to call. Hey, if you try to call, try one more time because I think my phone's acting crazy. But if it's like straight up just like radical just like straight up feminism, like a woman, they want equal pay or they want different kind of perks that a man gets, then that's fine. We got a call here. What the fuck? I thought we had a call.
So that person that wasn't calling?
Yo, Eric, you still there?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yo, you calling REOP?
Hi, I'm on the live stream right now. My name's Candace, and I'm calling in because y'all are talking about feminism, and you're so ashy so far, but just in terms of feminism, feminism, there's like, I think what it really comes down to is there's a few waves of feminism, like first wave feminism, second wave, and then some people argue that it's like third or fourth. And third or fourth gets kind of weird. And second happened because first wave feminism wasn't focused on like Black women. And I think a lot of people, when they think about feminism, are a lot of Black men, I find, when they think about feminism, they typically think about like white women talking about like not wearing pads and not wearing like tampons and like a whole bunch of random shit, when really like Black feminism theory comes out of like the whole fact that a group of Black women were like, we're not being represented by the women's rights movement, the Black family specifically. And so it's crazy whenever I get on Twitter and I see people like, oh, feminist this, feminist that, because like Black feminism was never about like tearing apart the Black family. So what it's evolved into now is like so far off from where it actually originated from.
Hey, so I have a question for her. I have a question for her. Is she a Black feminist?
Wait, what?
Are you a Black feminist?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, so Candace, I've noticed like a lot of Black women, they say that white feminists don't care about them. Well, you was pretty much saying that. For like example, like you remember Sandra Bland when she got killed? No feminist stepped up for her. I can't give no other examples, but it's always a situation where like a Black woman gets something happens to a Black woman and like feminists don't stand up for them, but they will stand up for a white woman if she gets like something happened to her.
I think, and unfortunately, I think the perfect example of that is kind of the Me Too movement and the erasure of the original woman who created it. Most people don't know the original person who created it was a Black woman. All you see is Rose McGowan, like, doing all these interviews and crying about Harvey Weinstein when it was meant to represent, like, a lot of women of color who were just, like, erased. And so it's like, where's that same energy for, like, I know y'all started the podcast talking about R. Kelly, but, like, R. Kelly and people like that who've been in the community and who've been there, it's like, why aren't people keeping that up when it comes to, like, Black women and them being victimized? And so it's like part of your feminism initially needs to be, because feminism initially was for women's equality, but like if you go into like good and bad feminism, if you're talking to somebody, it should be about equality for all. It's not just equality for white women or equality for women. It's about elevating people from like financial inequality. It's a really like socialist movement at its core, honestly.
I have a question. So you kind of like hesitated when I asked, "Are you a Black feminist?" Is there a reason why?
Yeah, because it just comes with such a like bad connotation. People think like so badly of Black feminists. They think they're like ball busters.
Yeah, so it's some like ones on Twitter that give black feminists a bad name. Like what's that one girl name? Feminista Jones. She puts a bad light on Black feminists, like with some of her antics. Like she was somebody put up some of her old tweets and they was like she was tweeting like about Beyonce's dad raping her and whatnot, like shit like that. When you do stuff like that, people don't take Black feminists serious with like people like that at the forefront of the movement.
I have a question. So do you believe that
and I feel like if you went to my Twitter, like I say like a lot of OC shit, people be like, oh, she's like a bad feminist. But it's like, I don't know. At the core of me, I still believe that like men and women should get equal jobs. Rape is bad. Like help the Black family. Like the basic tenets of it. It's just there are like some things that I'm just like, nah, that's a little too much for me.
I have a question. Do you think that there should be any double standards?
Any double standards? What do you mean?
Yeah. Do you think that there are any like? Do you think all double standards should be, I guess, disbanded, or do you agree with some double standards in life between men and women?
give me an example? Because it's really easy to be like, yeah, I get rid of all double standards. But
all right,
just for example.
All right, you got one, Eric? Because I think I got one too.
Well, yeah, you go ahead, go first.
All right, let's say like equal pay and whatnot. So like, let's say that somebody say, and this may sound kind of ashy, like men need more money than women because men provide more in some cases. So some will say like a man needs a higher salary or whatnot.
Yeah, that shouldn't be so. Because it's like, I ain't got a nigga, so who's going to pay for my shit?
Yeah, exactly.
I have to pay for my own shit.
Yeah, that's a good example.
I was thinking of more of like social reasons, not like economic reasons. Just in the sense of like, let's say like a man holding the door or a man pulling out your seat.
I think that's like goofy, but then again, I'm not from Jacksonville. I'm not from the South. So like, I guess that means a lot to people here, but whoever goes to the door should open it.
One that pops in my head a lot is like a woman. Well, let's say if a woman's looking at like a little boy, like her friend's son or something. She's like, "Oh, you my little boyfriend. You so cute." But a man would never like look at somebody's daughter and be like, "Oh, you my little girlfriend. When you get older, we gonna date." You know what I'm saying? They're never gonna say that. Yeah, that's a little weird, you know. So like, do you think that that's an okay double standard, or do you think that should be disbanded?
I think that's creepy, but that's just me. Like,
you think that's creepy?
I think that's creepy, but I do get that like dads would be like, "Oh, she's my little princess," and like shit like that. But
I mean, but your dad probably said that, yeah, he said it to his daughter. I mean, like another like female would say it to like her friend's son, like, "Oh, you so cute, like you my little boyfriend," you know, like they'll play around like that. But a man would never be like, "Yeah, you my little bitch," you know, like it's never gonna be said, you know. So like, do you think that's okay?
That's pretty weird on both sides.
But so you never hear, so you never heard women say that though?
Oh, I'm not saying I never heard it before. I'm just saying I think it's weird on both sides.
Oh, so you think it's weird?
Yeah, I think it's weird on both sides.
Do you think it's weird on both sides?
That's very weird. Yeah.
I don't know. I think some double standards keep the world going around because I feel like it's just
like what?
Nasty. What do you say?
You think that's the double standard that keeps the world moving around? Calling like.
No, not that. I'm just saying in general. Like I was just thinking stuff in my head. I'm just saying like I think there's some double standards that are just like, how can I say it? Natural, because there's certain things that are natural amongst men that aren't in women, and there's certain things that are natural amongst men that are in men.
A man who wears a bonnet say that. So go ahead.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
I said I'm shocked to hear a man who wears a bonnet say that. But go ahead.
Why?
Because I feel like that's a really, like, non-normative gender thing to do. But go ahead. Maybe you just have really silky hair.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a person that's, like, some masculine. Like, okay, so, for example, me and Am talk about this a lot. Are you a person that, do you, like, believe in, like, the non-toxic masculinity? Are you, like, a person that, like, subscribes to that thinking that there's too much or a lot of toxic masculinity going around?
That is such like a broad concept. Like see, like I wouldn't make the example, or I wouldn't make the argument for like toxic masculinity, but I would. I guess mine would be more towards like it's a country that enables rape culture and some of the things that you were pointing out earlier. But like toxic masculinity, I think that's like niggas who are like scared to show emotion. And I feel like there are places where men aren't supported, like in terms of showing emotion. Sure.
I do think that toxic masculinity is a broad situation, like you just said. But I think that when people show examples of non-toxic masculinity, it's always like a man being very feminine and like a cross-dressing man or just something like just overly feminine. And I think it's a thing where like on Twitter, at least, like a lot of women are a lot of women and gay men embrace non-toxic masculinity when it's done by somebody either being gay or somebody being overly feminine. And that's not natural. Like in a man, not saying I'm not the most masculine man of all time, like of course, but it's natural for a man to be masculine because of testosterone and just human biology. So I think that is weird that people praise as like feminine men, like, oh, that's non-toxic masculinity. I don't know. I just feel like they're praising I don't know. It's weird. It's just like they want to emasculate men. I don't know. Do you see what I'm trying to come from, or do you think I'm like talking nonsense?
Yeah, like the Black Boy Joy hashtag.
Yeah.
A lot of the time when you look at the hashtag, it's somebody's being like really like a man wearing a purse or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
like every time you see Black Boy Joy, it's like a man being very feminine, which is nothing wrong to be androgynous and, you know, expressing yourself. But when that's the only thing that they're highlighting, like, it's kind of weird. It's like they want to see emasculated men.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely understand where you're coming from on that. Because if that's not how people are naturally expressing themselves, you know, like, people shouldn't feel the pressure to do that, to be celebrated or to be noticed. Like, there's nothing wrong with just being the nigga who watches, like, football and, like, 2K. Because those are, like, fine things to like. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to wear pastels and shit to be like a non-problematic male. That's fair.
Hey, I'm guilty because I think niggas that don't watch sports are weird. So that's me personally. I think that, but
yeah, I mean, I agree with that because I feel like a lot of men have a competitive spirit, and that's kind of like you can get to argument as like a nature versus nurture type thing, but a lot of like it's kind of nature in a lot of men to be competitive just because of, you know, it's hard to explain. It's like a lot of like biological things that get into that, but then you can also say that's nurture too. But I don't feel like getting into the argument right now. But I would agree that I feel like most men do like sports, or majority, like you compare men to females, more men will like sports because of a nature type thing going on. So yeah, I think it's a little odd when a nigga just is disinterested in sports all around, like just doesn't like it at all. So it's interesting.
Wait, would either of you date a feminist?
Yeah, as long as they're not an extreme feminist. Like, I don't want to come home one day and just like she just chilling on the couch with like bleeding pants and she's like, I'm not wearing a tampon this month. Like,
I would date a girl. I would date a girl that's smart. I don't care if you're a feminist. If I believe, I can't date anybody that I perceive as not being an intelligent human.
Yeah, I would date a young lady that goes to Washington and march for women's rights and the Me Too movement and all that. That's cool. But like, as long as you're not like going crazy with it, like doing like wild shit, like I just said with like the bleeding and whatnot. There's probably some other examples, but I keep thinking about that.
I do have one question for her. Did you think that the grabbing by the pussy thing was wrong? As a woman, like, did you feel like
Yeah, and I thought you were wilding earlier when you were like, oh, rappers say it all the time, blah, 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 blah. Well, he's not a motherfucking rapper. He's trying to be president. I thought that was terrible.
Say that again? I'll say the last part again. You said he's not a rapper, he's the president?
Yeah.
He's a person, though, right? He wasn't a president at the time when he said that. He wasn't running for president at the time when he said that at all.
What do you think would happen if, like, they pulled some shit of, like, Obama saying that?
I would be like, that's some real nigga shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, wow. I wouldn't probably say real nigga shit, but I would just be like, okay, he's a nigga at the end of the day.
Or what if they got, like, audio of Hillary Clinton being like, yeah, I put my thumb in niggas' buttholes. Like, people be going crazy, too, because that sounds wild. Like,
I mean, but that's what niggas do during sex. Why is that wild? He's a human. I feel like you're putting somebody on a pedestal, and that's what people in society do for whatever reason. They put these celebrities and people in power. You got to realize that these people are humans at the end of the day. Like Kanye West, that nigga said a lot of dumb stuff, but that nigga's human at the end of the day. So we can't expect that nigga to be a god or something like that. Even though he say he a god, you can't expect him to do that because he's a human. So to look at Donald Trump and just be like, oh my gosh, he said he grabbed bitches by pussy. Like, he's human. Like, that's what, I mean, he's talking. Like, I don't think, if he said, hey, I just go around grabbing random women and raping them by the pussy, like, that's crazy. But he didn't indicate that to me at all. Everything I felt he said was consensual, so I didn't find any wrong with it.
Wait, you really? Wait, like niggas really talk like that, like a lot?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. You talking about like niggas say stuff like grab her by the pussy?
I mean, he made up his own quote. I've never heard that before, but I'm just saying, like,
I feel like because no, because like you honestly, like when you listen to that tape in full and you listen to the shit that he said, he was like, oh yeah, because he was talking about. First of all, he was talking about Billy Bush's colleague. That's a woman that Billy Bush works with. And he was saying like, oh yeah, I try to kiss her. I should do all this shit, and she rejected me. Like, first of all, that's like super uncomfortable. And then to hear like somebody talking about you, like your colleague talking about you, and then to be like, yeah, I could have fucked her and like all this other shit. Like, that's wild. Like, I mean, granted, like maybe men talk like that? Like, yeah, I could have fucked her if I wanted to. I could fuck any bitch in here. Like, that's wild.
No, if you say it like
so
that, that is pretty wild.
So
that's a lot of confidence, but to say that,
yeah, I mean, I would say that as confidence. If he's acting on that and trying to rape women, that's crazy. But if you have confidence, I just talked to a female the other day and she said I could pull any nigga that I want or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I don't feel offended by that at all because I feel like she has supreme confidence. We already know Donald Trump has an ego problem, so if you have an ego problem and you think that any little thing will bruise your ego, of course you might have a confidence thing going on too. So of course he has like a power trip and a confidence thing. So that doesn't surprise me at all. But like I said, I didn't see anything so wrong to the point where I would protest that at all. Like I would not leave my house to protest him saying he will grab somebody by their badge. That's not anything I would protest.
I think it's just the idea that it was like said and there were like no consequences for him, that like so many people were just like, oh yeah, this is normal. But it's like, if people think it's normal and you continue to have that conversation and similar conversations, it's like now you're just and you're just saying that shit all the time. It's normalized at that point. Like, it's not just something you say like when you're meeting up with Billy Bush. Like if everybody's like, oh yeah, that's just normal conversations that we have, then it becomes your like normal discourse at some point. So you find a problem with him saying that he that he grabbed the woman by the pussy or whatever. You found a problem with that? Yeah.
And why again? Like, what's your specific reason? What did you take from that made you discomfortable?
Because I think that kind of discourse and normalizing it is like damaging. Because like if I'm always around my friends and I'm like, yeah, I can fuck that nigga, I can fuck that nigga, I can fuck that nigga, and then I go up to like some niggas who's out of my league and I shoot my shot, and it's like super embarrassing. I'm gonna be mad at my friends because they never told me I'm a top bitch, and it's like that same shit. Like if you're around like a bunch of men who are like, hey, you need to chill about the way that you're talking about like women, or like you're just talking about like women all the time, and like you were talking about, one of you was talking about like, oh, you were saying some wild shit in a restaurant and you get like dirty looks from people. You're getting dirty looks because that's like not societally okay. People obviously, like, that's not a normal discourse of conversation for a reason. Like, so it's like normalizing those conversations and then trying to have them everywhere, and like being around people who are just like letting you wow out like that. It's not good.
So you don't be around females that have the same type of dialect and verbiage inside of their conversations?
As me?
You said what?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, so you don't hang around females that have the same verbiage, saying like, because like I've looked upon like certain women group chats and the stuff they say. It's pretty wild in there, but I'm not offended or anything. So I'm saying like you're not a part of any group chats, or you don't hang around any women with like just verbiage. Y'all just talking like, oh yeah, fuck that nigga, like yeah, that nigga, like just saying like all type of crazy stuff. Like that's not a part of like your everyday conversations, or not everyday conversations, but just occasional conversations with your women friends.
I think it also ranges, And then I think the difference between like me and Donald Trump is like I never ran like a beauty pageant. I haven't had like 4 wives. I haven't had sexual harassment lawsuits like filed against me. So I feel like all of those things are kind of like stacked against him as well.
Yeah, that might be another thing because
like,
when that was brought up, he had a bunch of sexual allegations.
Translated behavior.
So I wasn't saying did you have a problem with I guess I did ask that, so I probably should reword it, but I was trying to figure out because now you're I guess attaching him to it now, saying that he had sexual harassment charges, this and that. But do you have a problem with the sentence alone? Just not even anybody saying, just reading the sentence that
do I have a sentence or do you have a problem with the sentence grab him by the pussy?
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that sentence alone? That's my thing.
No, if I just saw somebody like tweet that shit out, this is so ashy, but I'd probably laugh. I'd be like, haha, that's funny.
Okay.
But like
that's what I thought. That's exactly when I heard him say it, I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, it's pretty good, it's pretty good lingo. That's what I thought. So yeah. That's all.
That's so ashy.
That's all I had. Shout out to Future. Future said, I got the trap doing numbers. Grabbing that pussy like Donald. Shout out to Future.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Future.
All right, Candace, we about to continue. One question I got for you, like, how did you discover the podcast?
I moved to Jacksonville, and this guy I was working with was talking about it, and or he was talking about your Twitter, and he's like, "Oh yeah, follow him." And so I did, and you were really funny. And then I started listening to the podcast, and then I started listening to the episode where you're talking about that quarterback coming into Radio Shack, and then
Chris,
you were like, if James Winston ever said "fuck you," I started crying and I like died laughing. It was the funniest thing I ever listened to, and so yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, Candace, I
thank
appreciate you. I'll kind of cutting you off, but I appreciate you calling in and listening to the show. Oh, she hung up.
Pretty good.
That was a good talk right there, man.
I mean, you know.
What happened?
No. I was saying, yeah, I enjoyed that. It's pretty cool.
Hey, bro, like you getting chased by somebody.
You say what?
Like some gremlins chasing you. Can you hear me? Like a headphone, man.
But yeah, that was.
Yo, you hear me?
That's a nice one. Yeah, I hear you. You hear me? You hear me?
Yo, Eric, you hear me?
You hear me?
What the fuck wrong with this laptop?
Nigga, can the people hear me? Hey, people, y'all hear me? We Gucci? Did I mute myself? No, I mute myself. Yeah, chat. Can y'all hear me, chat? Hold on.
Yo.
Yeah, you hear me? Y'all hear me? You're. Hold on. Somebody said, oh, they said they could hear me. Nigga, I don't know what's up with your shit. All right, hold on. Let me see some shit real quick. You hear me?
Yeah, I get you now, man. Shit was like crazy.
All right. But yeah, no. I was saying, yeah, that was some good dialogue between me and old girl. What's her name? Candace? Yeah, Candace. Yeah, that was some good dialogue. I guess that's a little nice way to wrap it up with the feminist talk. You know what I'm saying, man? Is there any other PC conversations you want to talk about? Because I did have one that I really did want to talk about.
Yo.
Yeah, you hear me?
The fuck wrong with this shit?
Nigga. All right, I'm going to just talk because this nigga can't hear me or whatever. I'm going to just keep going. All right, so I wanted to talk about Black Lives Matter. And what's your guys' opinions on Black Lives Matter? Eric always some controversial shit. I'm not, bro. I'm on some. When you listen to what I say, bro, I feel like I make sense.
Technical difficulties. The fuck wrong with this shit?
I feel like I make sense. All right, we Gucci. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
You say you can?
Yeah, I can, man.
All right, yeah, niggas said I'm on some controversial shit always. Nah, I feel like when niggas listen to what I say, niggas might disagree. But when you try to like think about what I say, like if you listen to it, yeah, I guess. But when you like think about what I say, I feel like I'll be saying some shit that makes sense. I feel like I never say anything that I'm educated about that's off basis, in my opinion. I feel like I'm always on it, man. I don't know. Am I tripping? Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this nigga Amp shit, but hey, chat, y'all think I'm tripping? What y'all say, man? I don't know. I feel like that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to those moves, man. Those moves are definitely being made, man. Those moves are always being made, Jake World Peace. You feel me? Those moves are always being made. But yeah, I want to talk about Black Lives Matter. I would assume y'all can hear me still, but I kind of asked the question y'all to answer, so I don't know if y'all can hear me. But yeah, I want to talk about Black Lives Matter, and yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this nigga Amp, but I will continue to talk about it. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't want to keep talking and y'all niggas can't even hear me. We Gucci? Yeah, I think we should Gucci because my little green thing going up, so y'all niggas can hear me. So yeah, Black Lives Matter, very controversial group amongst a lot of white people, and recently, probably in the past year or two, I'm gonna say black people have been kind of looking the side eye. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't use their critical thinking skills also about Black Lives Matter, like about the things that they do, the group, the people that run it. I feel like there's a lot of things to be talked about that group, and I kind of want to talk about it with Amp, but this nigga Amp can't hear me. Amp, sir? Okay, let me mute Amp and try to do this real quick. Hey, you hear me, Amp?
Yeah, man, this shit's acting weird, man. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's the laptop or it's like this shit. But
yeah, I don't know. But they can. Everybody said they hear me while I'm talking, so I don't know.
Yo,
But,
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you because your green thing going on, so they can hear you. But no, I've been saying that I was finna talk about. I said I really want to talk about Black Lives Matter.
Okay, let's talk about these niggers.
And I wanted to talk about the opinions on like the people that run it, the people that's involved in it, the things that they do, and all that type of stuff. So before I even get into it, what's your opinion on Black Lives Matter? Huh?
Yo, this shit is pissing me the fuck off.
Hold on. All right, you hear me? You hear me? Oh shit. You hear me? I don't know what's wrong with this nigga shit, bro. I don't know what's wrong with this nigga shit. Hold on. Let me see some shit. Okay, anyway, yeah, I can hear them niggas, but he just can't hear me. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
All right, so before we break up, tell your opinion on Black Lives Matter.
All right, so I fuck with the phrase Black Lives Matter, but I'm not a fan of the movement. You know, white people started the movement, right?
Just enlighten people, man.
Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Black Lives Matter. I'm a fan of the phrase, but like I'm not a fan of the movement because a lot of the times they like take advantage of people. They take donations. You look at your boy D-Ray. What happened to D-Ray? I haven't seen that nigga in a long time.
Ain't no niggas died, man. You hear me? Oh, this nigga shit fucking up. Damn, this is gonna mess up. Damn, Black Lives Matter infiltrate the podcast.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's like I don't know what happened, bro. Like this shit's just acting stupid.
Can you hear me?
Might be my laptop. Yeah.
That nigga D-Ray hacked the podcast, bro.
What you think about D-Ray?
I feel like if our black leaders go from Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King to D-Ray, then we in some deep trouble.
Shout out to that zesty nigga, man.
Yo, we got D-Ray leading.
I knew it was crazy when this nigga D-Ray was like taking sponsorships and shit from like people, like companies, like tweets. I hear a tweet like "I love your blackness and you," and then that should be sponsored by Skittles. Like, come on, bro.
Pools. That nigga really tastes the rainbow, nigga. Pools. But that nigga, can you hear me? Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Yo. You hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Nah, I was saying that nigga really tastes the rainbow pools. But yeah, imagine marching behind D-Ray, bro. That's crazy,
I
right?
remember one time we talked about that shit, and it's like a couple people in the chat, they was like, man, imagine marching behind a nigga twisting his hips.
Yeah, no, I said that, I think.
Like, bro, that's crazy to
Yeah,
say that.
nigga, you march behind D-Ray, and that nigga wants you to get a little closer to him, man. I don't know, man. I ain't fucking with it, bro. I can't.
Hey, God must have known we was about to get real problematic because my shit is not working at all.
That nigga D-Ray Vest hacked the podcast, man. Hey, he said, how D-Ray a black leader and he let them boys bust up his bike?
That's some real shit, bro. Like, how you a black leader, man? And you out here with them boys. You can't tell me nothing. You out here with them boys.
The boys. Oh my goodness, I'm in tears. That's so funny, bro.
You out here with Leo Rush.
Bro, imagine that nigga
being. What if that nigga D-Ray Papa with that Fenty Savage on in a march?
You still hear me? You still hear me? Oh my goodness, this nigga can't even hear me. Hold on, let me see some shit real quick, man. Hold on.
Hey, fuck Google Hangouts, man.
Hold on.
This shit sucks. All right, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. I don't know what the fuck's happening with Google Hangouts. We might have to end this shit because
All right, I just I left and came back. We good?
Yeah, for now. We'll see, man. But
all right, now I was saying, imagine that nigga D-Ray being late for a meeting because he was getting his butt ate up, man. That's crazy.
Shit,
hey, somebody just said in the chat, I promise I ain't read your shit. Great poo poo, man. He said, didn't D-Ray cancel out in the march because he got his back blown out the night before?
That's crazy. That is crazy. They cancel a whole march because you got your back blown out, bro. That's
hey,
retarded.
I can't march with y'all niggas. This nigga was marching up my booty.
Hey, Eric, I'm about to try and see if I can leave real quick and try and come back and see what happened.
Can you hear me? Yeah, Lee, come back. Lee, go. That nigga said, how you gonna prioritize? Oh shit, can y'all niggas hear me? Waiting for people to join this call is shared permanent. I don't know if y'all niggas can hear me still, but that nigga said, how you prioritize dig over the equal rights of black people? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. How one man dick can have all that power, man. That nigga must have that good cock, man. Oh shit, man, that shit hurt my throat. I don't know if y'all niggas can still hear me right now. I don't want to keep talking to y'all niggas can hear me. We might have to do a part 2, bro. We might have to do a part 2, bro. This shit trash. Yeah, this is pretty trash. I might have to do a part 2 because niggas say you hear me. All right, you hear me. All right, cool. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Nigga prioritizing nigga dig over black people, bro. That's wild, man. Nigga, imagine going to the store and they like, you D-Ray? Like, isn't there a march tomorrow? Like, why are you up 1 o'clock in the morning? That nigga like, I got some dick in the seat. I got some dick in the car, nigga. Like, nigga look past the goddamn corner at the gas. He's like, damn, that's some dick right there. Like, yeah, nigga, I gotta get this dick sucked though. He's like, that's crazy, bro. Yo, nigga got dick in the car waiting for him, bro. That's crazy, bro. Bro, I don't want to end like this, but this nigga leaving, bro. This nigga, bro, I'm telling you, but this nigga Anthony came back because this nigga getting dicked down by D-Ray. Oh, he back there, man.
All right, I'm back, man. At least I think I'm back.
Huh?
Did I miss something?
What you say?
Did I miss something?
Nah, you ain't miss nothing at all, man. Yeah. Shout out to the chat, man. But yeah, that's it's wild, man. Nigga said, how you gonna prioritize dick over the black community?
That's crazy, man. Bro, I'm still in tears. Nigga said, didn't D-Ray cancel on March because he got his back blown out? Like, what kind of shit? Like, how you cancel? Imagine a nigga canceling the Million Man March because niggas got his back.
I was just about to say, imagine a nigga canceling the Million Man March over a dick appointment, bro. That's crazy. Yo, hey, man, I can't let no. Bro, imagine marching behind a nigga with dick grabbers. That's crazy.
Hey, man. They were like, man, that nigga Frank Ocean came in town, man. That nigga D-Ray couldn't pass it up, bro.
Oh shit, man! That nigga, the wow. Hey, pause it. What about this? No, I finna say, nigga, the police snatching lives. My nigga D-Ray snatching souls, man. So I did D-Ray, man.
Hey, you ever seen that video of when that was a picture when D-Ray got arrested? And he was looking like he was on his knees, and like I think he had like a Black Lives Matter shirt, and he was getting arrested.
Nah,
you seen that shit?
I ain't see that.
That shit was crazy, man.
That sounds ridiculous, man. That sounds really ridiculous, man. Yeah. So you can hear me? So we good? We ain't breaking up nothing? You hear me?
Shit, fucking up again, man.
We're gonna have to do part 2, bro. We're gonna have to do part 2, bro. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Let's just do part 2, man. So let's end it right here, and another one of these days. Let's see how the response is on this one. And the people on the part 2 will do a part 2, man. So
we'll do something next week, man. But all right, appreciate all y'all that's listening. We'll probably do one of these. I'm trying to flood the game because we got episode 200 coming very, very soon. So I'm trying to do at least like 2 or 3 live streams a week plus the regular episode. So yeah, just make sure y'all subscribe and whatnot, and look out for more of this shit, man.
Toph said there's nothing wrong with the audio. No, this nigga can't hear me sometimes.
Nigga, I can't hear you.
Huh?
Nigga, I can't hear you.
So yeah, that's what Toph said. Toph said nothing wrong with audio. No, this nigga can't hear me, and it just keep messing up. He kept having to go out and whatever. So we just gonna do another. If y'all want a part 2, just let us know, and we'll knock out in a part 2 another one of these days. So until next time, I say what I mean. I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate. Players gonna play. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, to the real quick to the listeners, I think Toph just said there's nothing wrong with the audio. It's something wrong on our end. Like y'all could probably hear everything we're saying, but it gets kind of weird because I'm talking, and then when like it's time for like Eric to talk, I can't hear what he's saying, and he can't hear what I'm saying. So
no, I hear you the whole time. I be hearing you the whole time.
Yeah. So it's my end, so I can't hear that nigga, so it makes it awkward. So I'm just sitting around looking like, what the fuck going on? So I don't know. I guess I might need a new laptop or something like that. I'm gonna blame Candace because it didn't start fucking up till she called.
Pretty much.
All right. With all that said, man,
women stay off podcast.
Wow, man. Also to the listeners, that nigga Ryan is supposed to be on a podcast this week. So if Ryan don't be on a podcast, y'all gotta roast that nigga. His Twitter is Rydadilla.
That nigga named I Ride a Dick.
No, Rydadilla, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh, I was about to say that nigga wildin'.
Yeah, man, that might be Q So Rare Twitter name. His
Shout out that young man.
With all that said, man, we out.